Well, I just had it up with my daughter, so um, I'm not gonna be seeing her anytime soon. I'm not gonna be talking to her anytime soon. I'm not gonna be around her anytime soon, and that's like forever because unless she has to come back to Virginia and have to live with me because it really ain't nobody else to live with. Everybody got their kids. Everybody got the grandkids. Staying with them, they'll have to sleep on the floor if they stay with any of my family. Um, Other than that, um, my baby daddy said I look like an old hag because his new 13th baby mama is um 33, and I'm like, well, I seen his picture and I look better than he does. Like, I wouldn't be with him looking like that. He looks like an old man. Like, he looks, I don't know. He just looks scary. Like, he looks like, he's just like a old sexual predator or something. So, and he's the same age I am. So, it didn't ruin my self esteem though. I mean, because I know I'm cute. Um, and you know, I keep my hair done and stuff. Like I know I'm cute. So then he wanted to know what kind of car I drive, like what kind of what kind of car I drive, what kind of where I lived at, and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, a 2020 Chevy Spark. I live in Richmond. Like, what is there to contest? Like, they, had nothing on me, so they just went ahead and deleted all the posts and started mentioning me in comments that I can't get to. So I just blocked. My daughter blocked me first, and then I just went ahead and blocked her so that she can't, um, you know, unblock me whenever she wants to, just so they can get at me, just so they can say something to me. So it's like, no, I'm not gonna be there whenever you need. I'm not gonna be there whenever you want. Um, and that's it. There's no need for her to call my phone. It's no need for, she's grown now. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for her to call my phone. There's no need for her to try to involve my son because my son ain't had nothing to do with it. He says like I've been bad mouthing him to my son, and I'm like, when I talk to my son, I don't even mention him. Like I only ask him, did he get his packages that I sent? That's all. So, um, what else? That's basically it. My camera's not gonna last too long. I'll have to start back recording later. Um, but I mean, we've been at it all day. Like she posted something like stepmoms or moms too. That is my son. Like the stepmom saying that is my son, and like screaming and waving her finger and all this stuff. And I'm like, those are my kids. And I'm tired of them saying it. And she said, look at my, two girls. Like, these are my two girls right here, and one of the girls is hers, but one of the girls is mine. So I just, put that my daughter was the one in the yellow. So, we've been back and forth all day. I had so much information, so many receipts. Like his dad lives on my property. Like when it come down to it, it's I was too young, when it was bought, so it's in my grandma's name. But when it come to, and my uncle stay on half of it. But I mean, I got the paperwork. Like my family don't even know I got the paperwork. I mean, they might know after this, and if my family want to see it, they can see it. But all that land, Miss Ruth Taylor. I was there when my grandma when she sold it to my grandma. She sold it to my grandma for a reason because I was staying at Miss Ruth Taylor's house. and I wanted to go home. So, you know, when it come down to it, she didn't Miss Rotella owned like 36 acres. She didn't leave any of that land, or she didn't sell any of that land to um Gary Buckland's grandma. So they basically have been squatting for years, you know. And I showed them the receipts of that, so they deleted everything. So, because I mean, they have nothing. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, she, was in special education, so they act like talking about they got not a dime for having them there with them. And it's like y'all got something. Like, I don't care what it was, y'all got something for them being there. He didn't have a business until my kids went there. He didn't, he wasn't looking as legitimate as he looks to this day. But when it come down to it, I always say the same: work and go home. That's all I've been doing since I got my first job. And you know, went through some bad times, but it has nothing to do with me not paying my bills. It has something to do with me not taking my medicine. So I didn't have any, mental illness medication to take. So um, you know, uh, now I'm on a couple of pills or whatever, but they make me feel, they don't make me feel at all. They just, you know, work. So, what else? Um, that's really it. Like, I, just couldn't stand that. He tried to say he was paying my bills for a year. He ain't never paid my bills for a year. When I went to Iowa, I got a job in 2 days, and I got an apartment in three. So, and every time I went, I got a job in an apartment, like nothing. And I kept a job, and I kept an apartment, and kept quitting my job to take care of my kids because I never got to spend time with them. So me and my kids, we never even, you know, talk to each other or anything like that. And before all this, oh, I love you, you're a good mom, and then um, you're a great mom, and then all this. It's like, you know, when your kids get grown and they think, you know, she's getting ready to marry an African dude, um, and the African dude ain't never try to get no apartment or nothing for them, like, and she ain't never tried to get her own apartment or anything. She been staying, like, sharing her apartment with his sister. And my granddaughter didn't even have a room. And first, my daughter told me she had a house, and then when I sent her a package, it's, oh, now I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? With Michael's sister. Then she lives with his aunt and all kinds of stuff. So I just think that she should stop trying to make me seem like such a bad person, and look at the facts, look at the receipts, look at the tax records, look at all the jobs I've had, look at what I've been doing the whole time at Iowa. And she said that I was running around all day sleeping with men when I was at work. And her dad has multiple families. So that's what he was doing all day, and she tried to blame it on me. But now it's not gonna be blamed on me, it's me blaming on her. So I'm sorry, but they don't have no, they have nothing, like, they should have nothing against me. All I did was help. I got him, his mom, his dad, his sister, her husband, her their cousin, her husband, like all their kids, everything, a duplex to stay in. Everybody had a duplex and a full basement and wash and dry because of me. because of one landlord that I picked. And he's probably still living on Rick's in one of his houses to this day. Like, I done that. Like, he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He could barely take care of himself. And he could barely take care of his parents also. Like, he was paying his mom's rent. He wasn't paying mine. He was sleeping on my couch. All the money he had, he either left it in the bank or left it with some girl. And and he he was really, didn't help with anything really. So, um, you know, he tried to act like I was broke or whatever, but it's like, no, if I was broke, I would have ended up like your friend. They called him Tap. I would have ended up like him if I was broke. He died. So, and that was one of the times where I said I didn't even want to be around him. And right now is one of them times where I don't want to be around him. And I never want to be around him again. You know, um, it's not even bittersweet. It's like, it's like it's just like it doesn't really matter because they don't do anything for me. I talked to my son, and my son told me, "Mom, that money is for you. Spend that money on you." He said, "I have a job. Alexis has a job. You know what I'm saying? She's getting ready to get married to Michael. And now I get to spend my money on myself. I don't have to keep spending thousands of dollars on grown kids. But the thing about my son Gary, he never asked for nothing. He never asked for nothing. But when it come down to, and I tried to make my daughter not ask for nothing, but just asking her what she needed, and she'd just tell me what she needed. Telling me she washing her baby's clothes by hand. I sent her a washer and dryer. She said she don't get the dryer. Now she said she has 2 dryers. Then I sent her a washer and she said she ain't get that, so I could send another. Because you know I don't know. So now I get to keep my money in my pocket. Now I get to go out when I have a day off or something. You know, instead of just working and coming back home. Which is what I like to do. I mean, there's nothing else out there. Like, there's nothing out there for me. With the people that I was placed around, it's nothing out there for me. Like, I talked to 2 of my friends today, and everybody's at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could talk to each other over video chat. We could do all that. We could, you know, um, throw an event and invite each other to those. But other than that, no. It's nothing else. It's nothing to be outside for when you got a place to stay. It's nothing to be. It's no need to be at somebody else's house when you have somewhere to stay. So everybody need to think about that and think about where you're at. Like, when it comes down to it, you see yourself in a situation like that, get up and get a job. Like, it'll be better to go to a shelter than to stay around some of those people. Um, and you know, he tries to take like he tries to act like everything that I did, he did. Like like he wants to be like me. I gave him the blueprint to be a dad. I gave him the blueprint to take care of my kids. I gave him the blueprint to paying bills and getting houses and um and things of that nature. I gave him the blueprint to not just renting out people's cars and buying cars and things like that. That was over $500 or over something that he had to buy from his parents. I gave him the blueprint to that. I put him in college. I put a lot of other people in college because they follow him. I got him a job. I got his whole family a place to stay. And that's how he does me. That's how he treats me. And, people like that, because I knew he was a little fruity. I knew he was a fruit cup. Um, once he started with the, um, with the nonsense, you know, with the beat me up and all this stuff. But if I hit him back, he gonna bleed. So I just stop hitting him back. So how hard is it to beat up somebody that ain't hitting you back? And how hard is it to follow simple directions? How hard is it to imitate somebody else's life? How hard is it to go around somebody's family, imitate them, and um and create a new version of yourself so that people will like you? So that people will how hard is it to drop an accent? How hard is it to change your hair? It's not that hard. It's not that hard to be a carbon cutout. It's not that hard to go into other people's families and finesse them. But I'm telling you like this, like y'all might let him come into your house and finesse your family, and that'll be taking your money, not mine. That's it's not gonna take my family's money. But when somebody is not together no more, like when somebody in your family has a boyfriend or a husband, and they're not their boyfriend or husband no more, the family needs to move on. The family don't need to just be talking to them and socializing with them and having them all at their house and stuff like that, because that ain't doing nothing but taking from them. It ain't gonna take from me. When it come down to it, my kids are grown now. So my family ain't got no reason to be around my kids' daddy. And and that's as simple as that. And I ain't got no reason to be around any of my aunts and uncles ex husbands and boyfriends and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I have no business with them. I have no need to be around them. I can make my own friends. You know what I'm saying? I can make friends on a daily basis. It ain't like I gotta talk to them every day. It ain't like I gotta socialize with them every day. But if it's a social platform, I do socialize with whoever I feel like socializing with. Period. When it comes down to things like that, like it's bogus for the simple fact my kids are grown. So you don't have to be around my kid's dad to be around my kids. If my kids want to see you, they can come and see you. But he ain't gotta come with them. You ain't gotta invite the whole family. You ain't gotta be around him and his baby mama and the kids too. Like, that's too much. When it come down to it, if if you got a business, um, if you got any business with him, you know what I'm saying? You 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 get business with somebody else. Cause see, that's bad business. It makes you look like you're doing something wrong when you're around this guy. Public service announcement. It makes it seem bad to be around him, and and it's like all my friends on his Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, you don't have to choose, because yeah, I'm your friend too. But when it come down to it, if you host an event and you invite him, don't invite me. I mean, I barely get invited to him anyway, but if you know he gonna be at your house, don't invite me to your house. If you know he gonna be in the area, don't invite me to the area. You know what I'm saying? Like he already got one domestic. I don't think he's trying to go back to jail and get any more. Because see, he's a coward. He doesn't when you ready to fight, he don't fight. He wouldn't even touch you. But when you sitting there innocent watching TV, eating popcorn, that's when he'll attack you. Not just attack you, but start beating you up or whatever. And then you can't hit him back because he weak. You can't hit him back because you won't be bleeding and he would be. You know, that's all I gotta say. But when it come down to it, I mean, um, you know, my daughter, she doesn't deserve she doesn't deserve a good mom. All she wants is somebody to party with. That's all she wants. Somebody to party with. She don't want a real parent. She wants somebody to party with. I mean, what kid don't? What kid don't want to have fun in their household and things of that nature, but you know, some kids don't like to, be quiet and be neat. I mean, I taught them how to clean up. I taught them how to clean their rooms and everything. And I'm still talking to my son if he want to talk to me when he want to talk to me when he answer the phone. But he talking about I can stop you talking to your son. I'm like, he a grown man. What you gonna do? Take his phone? He grown. What are you gonna do? Take his phone? Then he 33. So uh, when we went to Iowa, that girl wanted more than 14, 15, 16. That he went down. That was supposed to be the babysitter. So you know what I'm saying? There can only be one me. Can't nobody do your body like me. Some R. Kelly on them. So, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But, when it come down to it, it's like, um, he has no relevance. He has no receipts. He has no nothing. I'm just glad I didn't get married to him. Because he's a clown. I'm glad I didn't get married to him. And who else, yeah, it's fun while he on your side. But when he ain't on your side, it ain't fun. But what he failed to realize, he can't switch sides no more because I ain't never been on this side. I always been on my side. I can't be on somebody else's side. It ain't got nothing to do with, I don't care. If you got business, you got business. That don't mean you gotta be totally on their side. I'm on my side. And he'll understand how cold and lonely the world is when he realized that, hey, everybody about their business. Everybody ain't about being on your side. Everybody ain't everybody ain't trying to team up on Holly Hayes for nothing. For somebody that don't do nothing to nobody. Me. This nigga did this shit to me. I ain't had no boyfriend that I do no sex to. I just figured this nigga gonna leave me and this nigga done sexting? I thought something like that you supposed to be together forever. When it come down to it, he want no good for me. He's sleeping on my couch and all kinds of stuff I don't even want him. I just was like, look, I'ma just go and do me. Because, I just don't wanna waste no more time. I mean, my life's still the same. Work, go home. Work, go home. Maybe go out to eat. My life basically still the same. I just ain't gotta have no nasty nigga having sex with me. And not helping me with nothing. Sex that I don't even want. Sex that I don't even need. So if that's all that's out there, I'm good. Cause I don't need no sex from no nigga. I mean, if that's the case, I can buy a whole sex doll for $26, $100. I wouldn't pay $2,600. You can buy the penis for what, $20? You can buy a little bullet for like $25. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you need, if it's something, like that. I mean, I'm just saying. If that's all that's out there, it ain't nothing else out there for me. Because it ain't nothing y'all can offer me. It ain't nothing the niggas can offer me. I end up helping them. And they whole families. They end up doing nothing for me. I left that nigga two cars. A Yukon, a white Yukon, a white GMC Yukon, and a Lincoln. Like a champagne color Lincoln. Cream color Lincoln. So, when it come down to it, he ain't never bought me no car. He ain't never give me no car. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even never picked the car out cause I said I liked it. I mean, nothing like that. He's a bitch. And, that's all to it. I'm trying to live my life, do my content. Trying to make something of myself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm already somebody. I ain't just gotta fake and fraud like like I'm just this goody two shoes that don't ever go through anything. I go through stuff. I go through a lot of stuff. And my life bad enough already. For somebody to just start drama with me out of the blue for nothing. For spending $1,000 on them. So when it come down to it, I'll just, spend $1,000 on myself. It ain't that hard. I ain't having no more kids. Look at that. I don't want no more kids. I ain't having no more kids. They say they be giving all the kids to all the potty animals. So I ain't having no more kids because I'm not a potty animal. You know. And it's too much. I gotta take care of myself. I ain't gotta worry about taking care of no more kids, no more nothing. If I'm a millionaire or something, I start an orphanage. Because because it's already kids that you know need parenting, not not the party life. I know my kid can't say I took them to no parties. My kids can't say I took them to no took them in no party atmospheres. They can't say I was a drinker. They can't say I was a smoker. Guess why? Cause after I smoked uh well, I don't smoke cigarettes no more. I quit them, but I won't smoking cigarettes. About 6 or 7 years I was in the army, which y'all fail to realize. And I ain't even smoked cigarettes for a whole year. I drank maybe twice in 7 years. You know, and it won't need for them to erase the post because I do have my own channel. And you know, it's you know, um, it's it's nice to you know be by yourself and stuff like that. Um, ain't no need to have no more boyfriends, no more. You know what I'm saying? If push come to shove, like, and I'm in the stove and you know a nigga invite me over or something like that, and or something like that, I might not even go because I don't want to be sitting up at somebody else's house. If they get a room or something, I know what they're trying to do, so I probably don't go there neither. But push on themselves, somebody invite me over, whatever. You know, I definitely won't be falling in love and you know what I'm saying. I definitely wouldn't be falling in love with them and having a relationship with them. No man is definitely not staying in my house and staying where I live at. Staying in my spot where I lay my head and pay my rent. No, it's not happening with any dude. I'm never getting married. Never got married. I ain't going to. You know, that's about it. That's how I've been my whole life. I got a marriage license, and that was kind of weird for me to do. I check myself in the bra lines. Um, you know, shoot, got right out there. But when it come down to it, it's it's a lot to say. I don't feel like saying it, but I guess I'm still talking and I'm still holding this camera, for some reason. And anybody watching, I'm gonna try to make sure I make some some upbeat content, some, you know, um, some nights that you can enjoy watching. Uh, you know, but I really don't do nothing. I really just work and go home. So my only content will be buying something, I guess. You know, but I'm gonna try to go more places. But when I go places, I don't feel like pulling out a camera and recording. Like, you know, I'll just take a picture to say I was there, but I don't really be feeling like camcording. Like, I don't know. I be comfortable where I'm at. I'm comfortable in the restaurant. I don't pull out my camera and start taking video at the restaurant. Like, I don't know, but maybe one day I'll get to that point, so I'm not gonna, you know, talk down on it, you know, because one day I might get to the point where I wanna, you know, put the camera on and, you know, record the whole restaurant. I don't know why. Or record me in the restaurant. I don't know how I'm gonna eat and hold the camera. At the same time, my phone do got a stand. Um, but solve that. Um, but there really ain't no need to really smile right now, because for me to smile, because I'm not. I mean, I'm the same though. It's like my life be so messed up. It's like when something happens, it's like, okay, guess everything back to normal. Um, but see, I didn't grow up with my parents, so, and I didn't grow up with my siblings, so, when it come down to it, it's like, you know, I I could never imagine like turning against my own mom. Like, that's not good. Turn against my own mom, turn against my own family. I could never understand that. It's like, we family. You're supposed to, you know, you're supposed to hash it out and do something. But when I can hash it out and you can't really hash it, you ain't got nothing else to hash. You ain't got nothing to say. Other than I went to Broad Law. Um, uh, I there's nothing else. I mean, all they can do is block me because it's nothing else they can say. Like, it's you know I didn't do anything. They started, and then it's like, okay, now you never gotta hear from us anymore. It's like, okay, I barely hear from you unless I'm buying you something. To my daughter, I don't really hear from her like that unless I'm buying her something. Your package is on the way. Did you receive your package? That's really it. So, I mean, I never met my granddaughter, so I seen pictures. That's good enough for me. You know, um, that's good enough for me. I'm not trying to take her daughter. I'm not trying to, even hold any children that aren't mine. You know, I mean, I just don't have it's it's not really the patience. I mean, it's kind of the patience for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what am I gonna get out of holding a child? It ain't even mine. I ain't gotta feed it. I ain't gotta change no diapers. You know what I'm saying? What the most I do to my grandchild is give her a high five and buy her something. Like, what is that about? So, you feel me? Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, lost my vapor. You know I need that. Need that for something. Um. So so you know, you know, I keep punching this fan. I don't know why. Like the fan, I guess, is too close to me, and I just keep like boom punching the fan. But at least it's not a person. Because I'm a lover, not a fighter. This is Virginia. Okay. You know. I just try to smile a little bit, but it's not. You know, it's like when you start something with somebody, have something to say because I'm gonna have something to say forever. I'm gonna have something to say forever, and I try to laugh and be lighthearted about it, but it's really not funny. You know what I'm saying? And um, it's just basically something to do. It's basically a way to, you know, talk about everything that happened. Even though I've talked about everything that happened today with my friends and family, it's just, still have something to say because now he's mentioning my name, and I can't even see the post. Like I can't even see what he said now. So now I know when they were lying when they would comment when I could see it. So now I know they lying. You know what I'm saying? I done showed them the receipts of the property, the receipts of the child support that's paid off, the receipts of her being in special education. Um the receipts of I didn't man, I showed receipts about almost every comment I'd have made. He can't even go and take a picture of bra longs. It's like you gotta come correct. You gonna mention bra longs, take a picture or something, cause that's all you gonna be able to do. You wouldn't be able to take a picture of me on the property. You know. So when it come down to it, I mean, he was a loser, and I know it, but I guess you don't know it when you the only way you see him is at the club and after. You know, and with the guys sharing girlfriends, like, oh, I thought that was his girlfriend. Oh no, we all have sex with her for money. Like, okay, and that's what you be having in your house for housewives and stuff. So good for you. I live by myself because I ain't getting ready to be um having no, that's something I don't even need. And then it's like all they have to offer is sex, and it's nothing good about the sex. Like it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just sex. It's like nothing. It's like I ain't got no feeling for you no more. You can't understand that. Like we ain't got no feelings. Like that's just having sex for no reason. Like I don't want to have no more kids by you. Why are you still having sex with me and trying to get me pregnant? I'm taking the morning after pill. You feel me? I'm going taking the morning after pill and not having any more kids by you. And that's what I was on. I done already um buried my second son in a baby blue suit and a baby blue casket and paid for everything myself. And still owe him money. And he ain't even he ain't even offered to buy my tombstone or nothing. Said the baby could have been somebody else. Wait a minute. And then I took a pregnancy test before. He said, he was gonna get me pregnant. So I took a pregnancy test before, even though I won't have sex with nobody but him. Took a, cause I was scared. I was like, somebody might be trying to do something to me in my sleep. So I took a pregnancy test. To try to, take a blood test and then it won't be his or something. So I was like, I'm gonna take a pregnancy test. They could be doing something to me in my sleep. I ain't trying to be the mother of Jesus. So, um, took the pregnancy test, won't pregnant, and here comes him, got me pregnant in 2 days. And I carried him for 7 months, and he died, and I had a funeral and everything for him. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't even offered about a tombstone. And him, my son ain't got nothing to do with it, but him, my son, and my daughter Alexis got jobs. And they try to act like they care so much about their little brother, and they care so much about Broadway. And ain't neither one of them bought him no tombstone. He's in the Des Moines, Iowa, State Cemetery right now. So that's what kind of dad he is. He told people that my daughter Alexis was by a guy named Brandy Brothers. I've never even had sex with Brandy Brothers. He said all my friends was hookers, and he didn't even know why I was around. But I don't believe that, and they've never told me that. And then they got him on on their Facebook page like he their real friend. They're around this nigga like he their real friend. You should have heard some of the stuff he was telling me. He'll go and be around them all day and then come back around me and just talk about them like they were trash. I was like, I can't even be around them because I'm telling. So when it come down to it, it's like you gotta watch out for I ain't gonna give him the power of a snake, but you gotta watch out for people like that you think your friend, you think they feeling you, and once you turn your back, they talk about you, they tell all your business. Simple as that. It's like he ain't with me no more, and for him to call me a old hag, and for him to because his and he the same age as me, and for him to you know, say all these things. Well, he couldn't say a lot of. He couldn't say nothing, but that I would have brought on. They called me deranged, but one thing I'm not, and that's a lie. And that's one thing he is. And my daughter also. And I gotta use the bathroom, so I'll continue later. Thank you guys for watching, and have a beautiful evening.